Alright guys, so on the left we have Raul ready, on the right we have Dan Wallace. They're about to begin round number 1. It is best 2 out of 3, and that is a Darkrai. Oh my goodness, that cleared though. Oh my goodness. It looks like another Yveltal or Darkrai. I did not know there was clear right there, guys.
I heard that.
There's a Hoopa, so Scoundering gonna search for 3 EX Pokemon. See, it looks like Raul is playing Darkrai Giratina. I definitely saw Giratina. He's got the Darkrai Breakpoint to start. I think the other card is definitely a dark card, but I don't know if it's Yveltal or so Hoopa gonna search for 3 EXs. Gonna grab Giratina. Let's see here. He's gonna grab a Darkrai and a Shaman. Okay, and yeah, that looks like an Yveltal from the 10 collection. Yeah, that's an Yveltal from the 10 collection. So Giratina, Darkrai coming down. Max looks to look at the top 6 cards of his deck. Does he find a Dark Energy? Fighting for both Double Dragon. Attach that Dark Energy to the Darkrai on the bench. Now the Darkrai does have the Dark Pulse 20 and then 20 for each Dark Energy attached to all the Pokemon on which could do a ton of damage out of nowhere with those Max Boosters. And the Double Dragons do count as 2 Darks when he plays it, so that is amazing if he does. I mean, we know he has it in his hand. He's got a Flowstone as well, so he could Flowstone the Darkrai to have a free retreat next turn, or he could just hold it to his hand. He's going to put on the Giratina. No, he does have Double Dragon to the Giratina. Ultra Ball, going to discard a Dark and a VS Seeker. And let's see, what does he go for? Does he play Garbodor? He could. Yeah, there's a Trubbish. It looks like he's playing Darkrai, Giratina, Garbodor, which is what a lot of people... I mean, I know at the beginning of the season, a lot of people hyped this deck up, and then it kind of died down, but I think it's still really, really solid. Like, Darkrai's a really good attacker. Giratina just lock out of special energies and tools. And then Shaman set up for 6 cards. That is a Shaman for 6. Oh man, that is perfect. He's got the Flowstone on the Trubbish. He does not have a supporter card in his hand. There is a ton of Darks, but no Flowstone. Nothing to retreat that Darkrai. It's stuck in the active spot right now. Right, it looks like we have a Yveltal, like a Mew box type deck. So there's a Mew. Max looks really the top cards of his deck, and that Mew does have, I think it's, I want to say it's versatile, but I don't know what I don't know what the ability is called. But let's use any basics on your bench, but you need the necessary energy, so you can copy like the Friday Night Yveltal, Yveltal EX, anything like really, really good. So we see the Max will get the Dark Energy on the Mew, and if he gets a Flowstone, he can retreat into the Mew. He can move on to Friday Night Yveltal, start doing 60-60. Not have the Friday Night ability, which is the only downside. But I think, I mean, as soon as Bo gets the Garbodor out, the Friday Night Yveltal is not going to matter too much because, you know, Garbodor shuts down all abilities except for the Garbodor. So, let's see, what does Dan have here? Looks like he has some DCs in his hand. Does he attach it to the Mew? Does he put on the Yveltal? I think maybe attaching it to the bench Mew might be okay. He's going to put on the active. Now, he can play energy switches to attack. Ooh, but Sycamore just going to get DC and a Dark Energy. Oh, man. Alright, so, I mean, he doesn't know Rawl's hand. He couldn't just know he waited. I mean, Raw has 5 Pokemon on the bench. He can't even, like, Ultra Ball for Shaman next turn. That's really bad. So we see a Ninja Boy in Dan's hand. So you can get Ninja Boy, get any Pokemon out of the deck, or base Pokemon, and switch with the base Pokemon on this field, which is really nice. We see an Ultra Ball, maybe discard the Lysander. I see a Parallel City that he could play, but I don't know if he wants to drop it, because if he plays the Parallel City down to 3 on Rawl's side, Raul can discard, like, the Shaman and Hoopa, and then Raul can maybe bump the Stadium, and then, like, Ultra Ball for a Shaman to help set up, because we know Raul does not have any support cards in his hand currently. So let's see, what does Dan do here? So we see him eyeballing the Ultra Ball, a Parallel City. It looks like that's the 2 cards he wants to get, but he's not 100% sure. So maybe not discard. There's a Ninja Boy and a Lysander maybe. Yeah, that's fine. You could put this in discard pile for a VS Seeker later on to use. So we see Ultra Ball discarding a... Is that a Ninja Boy? I don't know if he discarded the Ninja Boy or something else. But I know he discarded Parallel City for sure, so that's one less Parallel City down, which I think is great. Like I said, you really don't want to put Brawl down to 3 and then roll top deck a Stadium and then Ultra Ball for Shaman setup. So Ultra Ball for Shaman, gonna set up draw up to 6 cards in his hand. And imagine he's just looking for maybe a Friday Night Yveltal that could be really good to start 60-60, especially if Brawl can't retreat to start up in the active spot. Well, he can't. Well, he's already attached DCT active, so he can't pop Flowstone regardless. So he gets a Reverse Valley to do Timber for his Dark Energy or Dark Pokemon. He does have a Escape Rope in his hand. So Reverse Valley coming down, make his Darks do 10 more damage. Shaman set up for 4, and I wonder what he's digging for. If he plays like an energy switch, he can intertwist the Dark to the active and like Y cycle and the DC to the bench. That could be really nice. There we see what card? There's another Max Elixir. If he has double Max Elixir, he can maybe get off the turn 1 Eagle Ball if he retreats. But then he's losing another DC. He's already discarded one, so I doubt he wants to do that and lose DCs. So, and the next spot is an Yveltal X for those who do not know. But no, just a pass from Dan. Alright, so no. Okay, so we see that Raul top sticks a Light Center, but he cannot retreat the Darkrai. This Darkrai is deactivated, but next turn, if he puts the Dark down, that Dark was going to 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. We see Ultra Ball discarding 2 Darks, probably getting Garbodor, just to shut down abilities. Like, yo, you're not going to use abilities. No Shaman setup for you. Fright Knight's not going to work anymore. Any techie abilities are not going to be useful anymore, which is, pretty good. Garbodor is really strong right now. No way to get rid of tools, which is really nice. And let's see what does Raw after. He has a Light Center, so he can maybe Light Center Shame, but he's just going to pass, which I think is a fine play. Now, on to Dan's turn. If he has a Dark Energy, he can maybe go for a Y Cyclone here. If he wants to, he has a Max Elixir. He can Max Elixir, maybe switch, but then you're discarding the other DC, and you already have one in the discard pile, so I highly doubt he wants to do that. So Max Elixir, Sycamore, okay. We see... let's see, what does he decide to here? He could use Max Elixir, like I said, to switch out the Pokemon. So, Escape Rope, okay, there we go. Now, it's weird that he is, I guess he wants to Max Elixir to the Mew. Like, you Escape Rope to the Mew. Mew has free retreat, and then you can attach a Dark, you can Max Elixir to that Yveltal EX, which is really nice. If he does hit a Dark Energy up there, so Max Elixir, look at the top cards of his deck, and does he find a Dark Energy or not is a big question.
Welcome to my Wonderland.
Alright. Looks like that Max Elixir will whiff though, so no energy off that. Oh man. I know he's probably digging so he can use Evolve this turn, maybe Y Cyclone. He needs to find a Fright Knight Yveltal. That's probably the main way he wants to attack as well. Like, Fright Knight is probably the way you want to go in this matchup. Just to knock out, like, do a ton of damage to those EXs by 60 spread, which is great. Like, you can 3-shot the Giratina, which I know, like, the Darkrai, you can 3-shot him, and people are like, 3-shotting, that takes forever, but it's going to at least take a turn or two to knock out, like, the Fright Knight Yveltal. Well, no, if Raw starts to swing it, then Dan might be in trouble regardless if Raw gets another energy down. But Raw has yet to play an energy. There's a Fright Knight Yveltal coming down. And can Dan find a DC? I see a Max Elixir, I see an Ultra Ball. That is not cards you want to see. There's a Trainer's Mill. He can't use Shaman because Garbodor's in the field. The Flowstone to shut down abilities. Trainer's Mill, look at the top cards of his deck. Looks like he is going to grab an Ultra Ball. Okay. Now, I wonder what are the dark cards in his deck. We know we've seen Fright Knight Yveltal, we've seen Yveltal EX, we've seen the Mew. And what else can he Ultra Ball for is my question. So he Ultra Ball with the Ultra Ball, and is that another? Yeah, that's another Mew being discarded. Oh, also he doesn't have Garbodor out, so he can't even use ability anymore. Oh my goodness, I just realized that. That's why he didn't activate. Sorry guys, I just realized that he Bro had the Garbodor on the Mew, so he can't even attack with the Mew. Yeah, so now the Yveltal EX comes to the field, and it's going to be an Yveltal EX versus Darkrai. Sorry guys, I just now realized that. Yeah, that Garbodor shut down the Mew. I like totally just forgot about that. I was like, oh yeah, shut down all the abilities except for he's got Garbodor. Okay, so that's my bad. So Max Elixir, look at top cards of his deck. Now what he could do is get a Dark Energy, put it on the Yveltal EX, and then Y Cyclone the DC from that guy onto the bench Yveltal EX, just so he can cycle between the Yveltal EXs, take a knockout the following turn, no matter what, like an Evo Ball or something, if he wants to do that. But let's see, Raw right now is 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. He's just going to do 120 next turn if all you attach to the Dark Energy, which doesn't even EX, which is fine for Dan. Alright, so we're going to see a retreat into the Yveltal, and I imagine we'll see a Y Cyclone here. Yeah, move that DC onto the Yveltal EX, most likely. Oh no, to the Fright Knight Yveltal. I guess that's okay. So that, yeah, the Darkrai has 100 damage. There's a Dark Energy. He has a Light Center and a Fighting Cure Belt. The Light Center bring up the game, and that's going to be a knockout, guys. That's 130 damage. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's 130 damage. Brawl doesn't really have anything in his hand, but the Light Center is a knockout. Now it's a Double Dragon Enhanced Damage Trainer's Mill in his hand, so next turn he is going to be going crazy. Now let's see what does Dan decide to do here. He could find a Dark Energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not a knockout. Dark Energy knockout. The Darkrai does have a Fighting Fury Belt, so now it has 220 HP, and the Fright Knight does not shut down that tool because there's a Garbodor with a Flowstone on the bench, unfortunately, for Dan. So let's see. So Dark Energy going to the Fright Knight. Now he can like spread. There's a VS Seeker, and let's see. Does he have let's see what supported does he. He has a Lysander, so he could Lysander. But I mean, who do you bring up? I mean, you could bring up the Hoopa, and maybe kind of get stuck in the active spot and try to go that route. Like Lysander. Oh, he's going to Lysander the Giratina with the double dragon. Now Giratina does have a 3 retreat cost, if I remember top of my head. So here we see the Yveltal coming up, and we see a Pitch Black Spear doing 60 and 60 to that Darkrai. Or, yeah, 70 because the Reverse Valley, sorry. So now that Darkrai has 60 HP, 612, yeah, 160, okay. No, did he get a supporter card? I don't know. I did not see one right on top of his cards. He grabbed it pretty quickly, so I'm not 100% sure. So, let's see. What does Raw have a support card to actually attack this turn? Now I think he has plenty of Dark Energy, so he can just retreat pretty easily, which is nice. So we see he has a Flow Stone as well, so he can Flow Stone the Giratina, retreat, and attack this turn. He does have a Double Dragon as well, so he could go for Double Dragon if he wants to do that. He also has, I thought he had Enhanced Hammer. If he does have an Enhanced Hammer, he'd probably play that, discard the DC off the active. No, he's going to take a knockout right now. No need to play the Enhanced Hammer, yeah, because he's taking a knockout. I mean, maybe there's not an Enhanced Hammer to stand, maybe I was just seeing stuff. But on Dan's turn, it's 3 prize cards left for Raul. It's 3 to 6. Dan could take a knockout this turn. So yeah, 3. I'm pretty sure it's what it is. He's knocked out. And Yveltal EX and an Yveltal. So there should be 3 prize cards left for Raul, if I remember correctly. Oh, he's knocked out a Shaman. He's knocked out a Shaman and a Fright Night Yveltal. Sorry, I don't know why I said he knocked out a Shaman. That was, yeah. I mean, I don't know why I said he knocked out the Yveltal. Alright, so it looks like he has an in, so Dan could enroll down to 3, and maybe put him in a bad situation. There's a VS can afford in, okay, and play it. Now, I didn't think, did he have energy in his hand? Because if he has an energy in his hand, he should have attached that last turn for sure, but I'm not 100% sure. So we see in, we're going to shuffle his hand to the deck and draw 6 new cards, okay, and so Dan's going to get 6, Raw's going to get 3 off this, if he gets to draw a card and have 4, so essentially, I don't know, 4 cards is probably fine. Like I said, Raul has not played his first card yet besides the Lysander, so he should be okay drawing cards. So 1, 2, 3. Alright, and let's see, what does Dan, can he find an energy? Can he find a DC? That's the main thing. If he can find a DC, he can Wide Cyclone, keep that DC on the field, and at least take a knockout. That'd be really good. But I'm pretty sure Raul does play Enhanced Hammer. There's a DC coming down, so most likely see a Wide Cyclone moving that to the bench, taking a knockout, fighting through the Yveltal as well, but I think you still want to go for the Wide Cyclone play. I do not think you want to even ball here because you're just putting your Yveltal in range to get knocked out. Yeah, so see Wide Cyclone, moving that DC from the active Yveltal to the bench Yveltal, and Dan will take 2 prize cards, so now 4 to 3. Alright, so on Raul's turn, he's going to send the Garbodor, Trainer Smell top 4, there's a Lysander in, Shaman, and a Dark Energy. Now, he's got it in, which isn't too much because he's only getting 3 off this, so in, going to his hand. I don't know if he's going to play, I don't know if he has another supporter card, like a Sycamore. Which would be very nice. He could play something spooky, like maybe Birch. Come on, bro. You're playing Birch. You have to, right? So, alright, let's see. There's a Dark Energy going to the Breakpoint Darkrai. Right now, it will do 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, which is not enough to knock out the Yveltal. And then Dan can maybe 2-shot that Darkrai EX. Yeah. I mean, because Raw's going to 2-shot him. Oh man, I wonder if Dan plays like switches or escape rope. That could be a good thing as well, because if he gets switch out the Yveltal and attack with a new one and make it where he can't knock out the bench Yveltal, like Raul can take a knockout the point turn, that'd be fantastic if Dan can pull that off. So Raul gets 3 cards. Alright, so Lysander, Giratina, and something else. So he can retreat, hit this guy for 120, 40, 60, 80, 100, and the next turn he can Lysander back up. So you can get the dice out here. First time Raul do an attack without taking a knockout, and so that's why he has to do the dice count the first time. So yeah, there's 6 and a 4. Alright, going to draw a card. There's a Lysander. Okay, alright, Ultra Ball, double Trainer's Ball, Fighting Free Build, and looks like another Fright Night Yveltal. Trainer's Ball, look at top cards of his deck. Does he find his quarter card or not is a big question. So we see, yeah, I do not see one on right now. So let's see. Oh, Sycamore. There we go. There's Sycamore. All right, but he looks like he doesn't have that many cards left in his deck, so he might actually be Sycamore here. If he Sycamores, he's gonna be close to decking out. He's not gonna deck out immediately, but he is getting few. He's getting really few on his resources right now, which is not good, obviously. Okay, so let's see. Does Dan play any switching cards? If he plays switch or an escape rope, he would be fine. probably send him the Yveltal and attack with that one instead. But we know Raul has a Lysander. So Ultra Ball, discarding an Ultra Ball and a Fright on the Yveltal. And does he play a third Yveltal EX? That's the question. If he plays the third one, that'd be crazy. He's looking at resources, so he looks like he has like maybe 20 cards left. That was my fault saying he. I mean, first when I saw his deck, I was like, okay, there's not that many cards left, but it looks like there's plenty left in his deck to use a Juniper this turn. So we see looks like another Mew coming down, but he cannot use that Mew because it's a Garbodor. Garbodor just shutting off that Mew, can't use it, which is not good at all for Dan. Alright, so we're gonna see what happens. Looks like Roll is good to go, and we'll probably fighting for Pokemon today. Yveltal, which is great. And we'll see Sycamore discard the hand, draw 70 cards. Now, if he can find another DC, I know he has 2 of the discard pile, maybe just 1. If he can find a DCE, Y Cyclone, move the energy off the active to the bench, and then have an Yveltal just like a ton of energies and start taking knockouts, is probably the best way to go. There's a DC in his hand, so what he could do, Dan could put a DC to the active, Y Cyclone for 90. And then when Raul takes a knockout next turn to go down to 1, he can end him to 1 and make it in a bad. Like, his Raul has 3 private cards left, so that's not good. So let's, yeah, I attach the DC to the active, Y Cyclones to the bench, and just have the Yveltal ready to take knockouts the following turn. So yeah, DC to the active, you let Raul take a knockout, and then you try to end him down to 1 if you have the end there. I think I see an end in his hand as well, so this play will be perfect if it goes off. So super. It's a super. I think you shove back in 3 darks. There's a friend in Yveltal. I don't think he has any max losers. I would put like 2 darks in there at least, so you at least hit 1 next turn because you need it for sure. Find a dark energy off this end for 4. So I think he should put 2. Yeah, at least 2 darks in there. I don't think. Yeah, friend in Yveltal is pretty much not good to put down. I don't think. Now what Raul could do next turn is License. See, I don't know if he should put the Shaman there because Garbodor is in play, so you can't Shaman. So I would rather put 2 darks. But we'll see what happens. I mean, maybe Raul will. I don't know. Maybe he'll throw the Garbodor to the side and make it out a little bit more. So we see Super Rod shuffling a Dark, Yveltal, and a Shebe into the deck. Okay, and let's see. He's gonna do Y Cyclone. Okay. So he's going to Y Cyclone. He's got plenty of darks, so he can do this play. Yeah, I think you Y Cyclone here, move the DC off the active, and let Raul take a knockout. Now I know he's not taking the knockout immediately. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. That Yveltal has 110 HP left, but all Raul needs is that energy, which is not too hard. If he doesn't have one in his hand though, yeah, there's a Lysander. What Raul could do is Lysander up the Yveltal or the Mew, take a knockout this turn, which could be great. Just go down to 1, so Lysander, bring up the Mew, take a knockout, go down to 2 prize cards, and so take a knockout. Now he's going to promote the Mew, and onto Dan's turn. He has a Dark Energy, so he was going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 140 damage to knock out that Darkrai EX. So you put a Dark Energy to the active, you end Raul down to 2, and then you just hope next turn you can Lysander that Giratina and knock on it. So yeah, I'd put the Dark Energy on the Yveltal, end him down to 2, and just hope Raul doesn't have it. Now he has Parallel City. I don't think you put the Parallel City down because you could play it just to like thin your deck, so that way you can draw to the VS Secret, hit the Lysander, bring a Giratina next turn. Yeah, you definitely don't Parallel City Raul down to 3 because if you do that, Raul is going to discard that Giratina, make it where Dan cannot win this following turn. So yeah, Dan needs to attach Dark Energy to Yveltal with the 4 energies on it. Take a knockout, end Raul down to 4, maybe play as many cards as he can. So that way, when he ends Raul down to 2, then he'll be fine. Or does Raul have 1 left? Is it 1 or 2? I'm pretty sure it's 1 or 2 left. So we see a Dark. I'd put it on the Yveltal. Yes, there you go. That's yeah. Okay, so now Yveltal is getting another energy, and that is a monster to try to knock out next turn. He has Parallel City. He has Ninja Boy. I think he has Umbreon. I don't know if I'm gonna put down Umbreon unless you have something to put on it. It's definitely a Lysander target. So yeah, there's an end. Like I said, he could have maybe played the Parallel City just to thin his deck out, but I mean, he's ending down to 4. He's going to take a knockout this turn, take 2 prize cards, and if he can find a VS Secret Lysander, he pretty much win this game, and Dan will go up 1 game. Now, this is the best 2 out of 3, and let's see what's going to happen. Alright, so, Middy's Yveltal's about to go crazy. That's what's about to happen. Unless, like, Raul can hit, like, some crazy numbers next turn, I do not see how he can. Unless he, like, top decks a Double Dragon and a Lysander. Like, he has a... No, even Double Dragon and a Lysander does not win. So he got 2 cards, so he had 2 prize cards left for Raul. That's what I was pretty sure. So we're going to see you retreat into the Yveltal, and this is going to be a huge E-ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 180? Yeah, looks like 180 for sure. Unless I did the math right. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. The 10 for Fighting Fury Belt, and the 10 for the Reverse Valley. So yeah, that's 180 damage to knock out this Darkrai. Okay, guys, so there we go. So we'll take a knockout, go down to 2 prize cards, and yeah. Oh, he's actually using Wise Cyclone, alright, which I think is still fine, because you can still knock out the Giratina. Now, Dan should have taken 2 prize cards. So, see, Max looks here. Hold on, guys. Let me see if Dan will take those 2 prize cards real quick. Let's see. Dan should have taken those 2 prize cards. There we go. It looks like Roll totem. Yeah, looks like Roll. Nice guy, Roll. Let him know. I saw him pointing the prize cards. Let him know. I was about to go up and like, Dan, take those 2 prize cards. Alright, so we see Dark Energy going to Darkrai, and with a Max Elixir, okay. Wait, is Raw going to win this game this turn? He tried to take a Max Elixir and he has a Dark in hand? Oh, looks like he has a VS Secret for an N. Okay, for N. Okay, alright, we're good. Alright, you see N, I forgot, so the prize cards threw me off. So let's see, if he hits a VS Secret, he can license to bring up the Giratina 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, and that would knock out that Giratina, because that's a Flowstone, and 120 plus 70 is 190, which does knock out the Giratina. Alright, so let's see what's going to happen. Can Dan find a VS Secret for a Lysander? That is the big question, guys. So we see 2 cards. No, two. There we go, so 2. Alright. Everybody's got 2 cards. Yep, looking good. And we'll probably see a pass from Roll. I doubt he wants to send it to Hoopa. Doubt he wants to send it to Shaman. He just wants to sit there, let the Garbodor get knocked out. I doubt he wants to send it to Darkrai. Like, I think you just let the Garbodor get knocked out. You just pass. And does Dan have a VS Secret? Okay. Let's see. Okay, yeah, Dan has 3 cards in his hand. Okay, alright. So he already drew for his turn. So Yveltal, I'm not sure what the other 2 cards are. Max Elixir, look at top cards of his deck. Okay. Now he can take a knockout this turn, but why cycloning onto whoever wants? Okay, there's a Ninja Point. That's okay. There we go. There's a Dark Energy going to the Frightened Yveltal. Now what he could do is why cyclone, move a Dark and DC off to take a knockout this turn, because Yveltal does not take a knockout. But the question is, do you want to take a knockout? If you take a knockout, you let Raul go down to 1 prize card, then Raul can end you down to 1 to even have a lower hand size or lower chance of hitting that VS Seeker. And let's see, what's the last card in Dan's hand? Looks like it's nothing. Now he could take a knockout, hope to hit a VS Seeker off the prize card, like maybe White Cycle the Dark Energy of the active onto the bench Mew, and be good to go that way. So we'll see what happens here, guys. So he's going to, let's see, he's deciding which one. So 20, 40, oh no, he does take a knockout, 20, 40, 60, 80, because the Fighting Fury Belt in the Dark in the Reverse Valley does, that's 100 damage. Alright, so Fighting Fury Belt going to the Darkrai. Raul does have a VS Seeker, but he does not have a knockout just yet. So Sycamore, discard the hand, draw 7 new cards, so 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Wow, Raul whiffed an energy, so he cannot even attack this turn. Oh my goodness. So Super Rod, gonna shuffle 3 combination of energies and Pokemon back into his deck. Oh man, that is the worst for Raul. Didn't even have an energy attack this turn. He needs to attack with his Darkrai somehow. So you see Ultra Ball, going to discard a Sycamore, and maybe the Fighting Fury. No, yeah, the Fighting Fury Parallel City could be somewhat good. What Raul could do is Ultra Ball for another Pokemon, Parallel City down to himself, hit Parallel City down to 3, so that way he can discard the Giratina and make it where Dan cannot knock out the Giratina next turn. But I mean, all he has to do is find an energy and a license to bring out the Shaman for a knockout, because he can do 120 that way. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we'll see, guys. Does Dan have it this turn or not? So it looks like we will see. Does he find, okay, there's a Flowstone gun out of Hoopa. I just don't know what he Ultra Ball for. It's a big question. He has Parallel City, so he could Parallel City down to 3, so that way he can discard the Giratina. But do you want to you probably don't want to discard the Giratina, because there's not many energies in play. Okay, so Fighting Fury going to the Shaman. Shaman's setting up. Okay. Alright, so it looks like Raul just meant to discard the Parallel City instead of the Fighting Fury out, which yeah, I think that's what happened there. So, Trainer's Mode for a Hand Stammer. Oh my goodness, that could be, yeah. So the Hand Stammer, discard the DC off the active. Okay, there we go. And alright, so Raul is not going to take, he's not going to attack this turn. But Dan could maybe win next turn. So, there's a Dark, wait, hold on guys. Wait, no, okay, he's Shaman, but Garbodor's gone. Okay, yeah, no more Garbodor, so he can Shaman. Okay, cool. I was like, what, how do you Shaman? But now I was like, oh, there's no more Garbodor, he knocked it out last turn. And see, that I was talking about, if Dan didn't knock out so that's how he got attack off this turn, because Dan knocked out the Garbodor. Oh my goodness, if he didn't knock out that Garbodor, it looks like that's going to be game. So Ninja Boy, going to search his deck, and I wonder what he's going to search for. Now, he could search for a non-EX on the active. Yeah, so Ninja Boy's from the deck. So let's see. Let's see what's happening right now. So Ninja Boy. Pretty sure it's from the deck. Hold on, I'm trying to see what's happening right now. Yeah, it goes from the deck. No, okay, there we go. There we go. All right. Now he doesn't have to get a Pokemon here. He could just opt not to. And is there another Pokemon? It looks like there's no other Pokemon in his deck. Looks like he was trying to get out somebody. Maybe get out April. And there we go. Raul wins it. Oh my goodness. Dan knocking out the Garbodor, making Raul play Shaman and everything. That was pretty crazy. So let's see here, guys. Let's see. Yeah. So let's see. Okay, guys. Sorry, I haven't read in the chat. So what's going on, guys? Sounds like I was gonna say the Wi-Fi. Okay. I was reading y'all stuff. So is the sound just off right now, guys? Is that what's happening? Basically, that's what it seems like in y'all's comments. But like I said, after this round, we'll try to fix it for sure. But yeah, guys, that was a little crazy game. So. Let's see. So does it keep going offline, guys? Right now, it's real stuff, guys. So yeah, guys, on my end, there's not like anything bad going on, so I'm trying to see why it says this off. So, yeah, so guys, just to let you know, there's 600 people here, so I know it's probably not the best. It's also recorded as well, so I'll try to fix it here in a second. Huh. So, I mean, guys, is it just really bad? I mean, guys, is it really, really that bad? Like, what's cutting in and out is my question right now. But we get round number 2, okay, guys. So let's huh. Alright. Like I said, after this round, for sure, check it out. But this is game round number 2. Dan gets to choose this. You want to go first, second? Like, that was still a crazy game. I don't know if y'all caught it or not. It's a good question. Well, I mean, I don't know what's on the stream. Like, it looks fine on my end, guys. Like, it looks great. Like, OBS looks like it's running fine. So, after this round, I'm going to try to mess with the guys, I promise. It's pretty bad. What do you mean by pretty bad is what I'm trying to figure out right now, guys. Like, the stream keeps pausing, refreshing the page, guys, on my phone. It just opened and closed the YouTube app. It works fine. Yeah, it looks like it's fine from my end. Like, huh. Yeah, guys, yeah, once this match is done, I'm gonna for sure check it out. So, shows offline every few minutes. Like I streamed yesterday, and it's fine. Okay, guys, hold on, let me get back to the game, and then we'll try to fix this here in a second, guys. So, so here we go, guys. So it's Raul versus Dan, round number 2. Dan looks like he started with a front of the Yveltal. Raul starts with the Trubbish. And, yep. So let's see. Now we know the last game, Raul got the Garbodor down. Pretty much just shut down Dan's like plan of using Mew, using Friday Night and everything like that, which is not good at all. So see Ultra Ball for him. Oh, he has another hand of like double DCE, like Sycamore maybe? No, he has a bunch of energies in hand. So see, oh, it's just in. Okay, cool. I thought he was like to Ultra Ball, like discard a bunch of stuff. So see in, gonna shuffle his hand and deck and draw 6 new cards. Alright, so I mean, if Raul doesn't get a Pokemon, Dan could win this this turn for sure. Yeah, he could win this turn. Like he could win next turn if Raul doesn't get a Pokemon. Well, no, 60. Then I mean, he could Ninja Boy into like an even take a knockout that way, which would be pretty amazing. So Dan's gonna shuffle up. Okay. All right. And let's see, what does Dan get here with this? And all right, guys. So in, gonna get both players a new hand of 6. Looks like Raul did find a Giratina and a Flowstone, Darkrai via Secret, but no supporter card again from Raul. Oh my goodness. Alright, so let's see, what does Dan do here? Just put down a Pokemon. He has a looks like an Umbreon comes down. Okay, so Umbreon comes down the field. We see okay, so just pass from Dan. So on the Raul's turn, he's gonna get a Darkrai, Fighting Fury and a Dark Energy and a pass onto Dan's turn. So we'll see a Dark Energy go to be active. We'll see a pitch Black Spear, do 60 and 60, okay? That's pretty much what you need there. Now, Dan could Life Center of the Darkrai, which I don't know if he's a great player or not. I mean, you probably want that just trouble stuck in the X spot for sure. So you see Hex Maniac. I don't know if you'll play Hex Maniac, because you shut down your friend Yveltal. So Hex Maniac coming down, okay. I guess it makes it where Roll can't Ultra Ball for Shaman next turn, so we see 60 and 60 coming down, okay. We see Dark Energy going to Darkrai, we see Floatstone retreat because of the Hex Maniac, and he is going to attack for 20, 40, 60, 70 damage. I think it's 70, right? Is it not 70? Maybe I missed something. So Yveltal, DCE. I thought it should be 70. Parallel City 20, 40, 60. I think it's supposed to be 70, guys. We see a Sycamore, discard a sand, draw 70 cards, okay. Alright, I don't know how it's 50, maybe I missed something and that's why it's 50, I don't know. There's definitely a 5 on there, looks like. Okay, so let's see what Dan does here. So DC on the guy, so we see 60 and 60, okay. Not going to do 60 because it only does EX, so a Giratina coming out, Max will still the top discards of the deck. There's Olympia Rolls deck, oh my goodness. So Max are not going to get any energies, but he has plenty of supporter cards in there. But looks like he's not going to get one right now with the Max looks okay. So let's see what else does Raw. I mean, I don't think Raw has anything in his hand as a problem right now. I think his hand's just full of energies and nothing else. So we see a Dark Energy, we see a Via Seeker, we see a Dark Pulse for knockout. Yeah, it looks like Dark Pulse for knockout. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. Dark Pulse for the knockout. Alright, so to Dan's turn, gonna put the Yveltal with the DCE. He can pitch Black Spear, take a knockout this turn, do 60 to deactive and 60 to the Giratina. Does he have a Dark Energy or not? That's my question. Let's see, guys. See, yeah, there's a Dark Energy, so he's gonna pitch Black Spear, knock out the active, and do 60 to that Giratina. And this is not good for all. He just doesn't have anything in his hand, like just a bunch of energy cards. Max looks over the top cards of his deck, okay. And yeah, Raw is just in a bad position right now. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Max looks not doing anything. Okay. Yeah, Raw just looking at his discard pile. Yep, there's just one Max looks in there, which is not good. Okay. So see Dark Energy, Ninja Boy maybe. You can Ninja Boy the bench Yveltal into a Yveltal EX. If he wants to do that, maybe the Umbreon into Yveltal EX. So let's see, what does Dan decide to do here? So we see Ninja Boy. Okay, let's see which one do you decide to use. So gonna shuffle up, okay, okay. Alright, I think for the Max, yeah, for the Max looks here, yeah, so you're shuffling up for the Max looks here, okay. Alright. And we'll see, so Dan has a Ninja Boy, he can go into Yveltal EX if he wants to do that. Yeah, because he hasn't put his supporter card just yet, so he has a Ninja Boy, he has maybe something else. There's a Life Center, bring it up the Giratina, but like, he already regardless of that Darkrai, I guess he just had the Life Center in the discard pile. Stay with a knockout, go down to 4 prize cards. Alright, so Raul needs the supporter card. There's an Olympia, and Raul is going to scoop the game and go to game number 3. Raul just didn't have any supporter card, guys. Oh my goodness. That's never good for Raul. So on to game number 3, we will see what happens. Alright guys, let me up this real quick. I know, let me see here. Yeah, let's see. What's up, guys? Sorry, I'm not paying attention to the chat. I'm just paying attention to the game. Is it like really bad? Like I promised, at this game, I'm gonna look into it and try to fix it. Last night it was fine, but not. So, hold on, I'm trying to read the chat, guys, real quick to see. Sorry, guys, I'm just reading. It's choppy because in and out. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm Sorry, I'm just reading the comments, guys, in the chat. Like I said, after this game, I'll look into it for sure and see how bad it is. But currently, yeah, I know it's staticky. Guys, after this game, I'm gonna try to fix it. I promise. Like, just give me. Like on OBS, it looks fine to me. So I don't know if it's like the internet. Like I don't know. Like on my OBS, like everything's fine. So I don't know if it's the internet or not. Is my question. So like I said, after this, I'll for sure test. Like I said, there's over 600 people here. I don't know if that's why it's like that, but let's get back to the game, guys. Round number 3, and we're gonna see what happens. Like I said, after this, I'm gonna try to fix it. Like, just give me 1 second, guys. Hold on, just this last round, and we'll try to fix it. So, see, we'll start with the Giratina, and we then start with, I think, an Yveltal, really. Is that I can't. Oh no, it looks like a Mew. That is a purple Pokemon, so it has to be Mew. So, see, Ultra Ball from Raul. Let's see, what does he discard here? So terrain is okay. There's a Darkrai. Hoopa gonna use that Scoundering Search for 3x Pokemon. So Raul's good to go this game. Last game he didn't do anything really, so we'll see. Raul probably have a better start for sure. So it looks like Giratina, Shaman, and a Darkrai. Okay, all right. No, he can't bench all 3 of those. Okay, he's just card at least one. Yeah, a Darkrai and a Giratina. A Dark Energy and a Giratina. I was like, he can't all those Pokemon down there. So let's see Rubbish coming down. Okay, we see he has another Darkrai and he has another Shaman as well to help set up. So yeah, Raul is fine this game. It's not like game number 2 where he dead drew. So yeah. So I'm gonna put that there. Gonna put the Darkrai down, and then we're going to max out some of the top cards of the Dark. Gonna immediately put down the Darkrai. Raul just wants to play as quick as he can right now. He does not want to tie. He wants to win round number 1 of this game. So Max is gonna put down. Okay. And yeah, guys. So let's see. Raul has a Shaman. He has a Double Dragon. He can maybe Double Dragon the active. So yeah, Double Dragon go into the active. We see Shaman come down, going to set up for 6 new cards. Alright, guys, there we go. Raul is good to go. We see Ultra Ball, Trainer. Look at the top cards of his deck. There's a Sycamore, Olympia, a Flowstone. So you get the Flowstone active Giratina to give it free retreat, but he's going to put in the trouble to try to get Garbodor off the 2nd turn, which is still really good. Alright, so let's see what else does Raul have. He hasn't played his support card either, so he can still play the support card this turn. He does play the Olympia, so he could maybe switch out if he wants to do that. Now Raul could just pass as well. He has an Ultra Ball next turn, but no, he's going to Sycamore, discard his hand, draw 7 new cards. Okay, so he got another Flowstone. He could put down the Giratina to maybe retreat. Like I said, I think that's a Mew, so he could retreat this turn, but I don't know if he wants to straight away because Dan could play way to discard that. So we see a Flowstone going to down that guy, going to retreat into the Darkrai. Okay, and we'll see a pass from Raul. Most likely. Okay, so pass and on to Dan's side. Let's see what's going to happen now. He does have that Mew in the active spot. He has. Does he not have a supporter card? Well, he has a Ninja Boy and a Sycamore. Okay. So let's see what Dan decides. He could play Sycamore, but he has a ton of Dark Energies. So Dark Energy going to be active. He's got Perilous City, but I don't. Like he could put Raw down to 3, but then he's going to discard Shame and a Hoopa, and that's 2 cards you want to keep on the field for sure. His Max Elixir, Sycamore, yeah, he has to throw away so many resources. I know I saw Max Elixir, 2 Darks, Perilous City, and a Ninja Boy. Holy cow. Alright, so Dan's going to get 7 new cards, okay. And let's see, what does Dan find here? He finds a Friday Night Yveltal, okay. He gets a Mew. If he gets Escape Rope, no, okay, he can't do it. I was going to say, if he Escape Rope's double Max Elixir, Pitch Box Spirit, that would be amazing. Now what he could do is maybe switch into Friday Night Yveltal if he wants to do that. The Mew's gonna get knocked out if he loses the X spot because Brawl has a Dark Energy. He can just Dark Pulse for the knockout. So let's see, what does Dan do here? Is a Fighting Fury Belt. He could put on the bench Mew to it. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. It still gets knocked out because Mew only has 50 HP. The Fighting Fury Belt is only 40, so that's not gonna work too much. We see Shaman gonna come down, set up a couple cards. So 1 and 2. Okay, there's a DCE, but he already attached this turn, so he can't attach the DCE. Now he could retreat to the Mew, but if he retreats to the Mew, Raw could get a Garbodor out next turn and make it where that Mew is useless, right? So that's a bad thing. Now he could put the DC on Mew next turn and Ninja Boy does something, which is really cool if he wants to go for that play. Yeah. So let's see, what does Dan decide to do here? Alright, let's see. He has a DCE. So he's going to use the attack for any Pokemon and put it into your hand. I think it's called a counter, if I remember correctly. So a counter is going to search his deck for any Pokemon, put it into his hand, which you could find an Yveltal EX, which I imagine that's what he. Oh, Yveltal EX on your bench. I thought it goes to your hand, but maybe it's on your bench. And oh my goodness, roll top six the Garbodor, fighting for real to the active. Garbodor going to the bench. Dark Energy, okay. So Raul is good to go this game. He's got the Garbodor. He's gonna take a knockout. Go down to 5 prize cards, and yeah, it's looking great for him right now. He has a Floatstone. Maybe put down the Hoopa. Yeah, so this is gonna be a great game 3. VS Seeker for a Lysander. Bring up the Yveltal EX, and he's gonna start just hitting it. Now we know that like Raul lost game 1 because he let his EX Pokemon take a lot of hits. So maybe he Breakpoint do 110 damage to that Yveltal EX. Now Dan could retreat it somehow if he has a switch, an escape rope, maybe a full stone. Hold on, see what's happening right now. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Wait, what's happening? I'm not sure what's happening. Yeah, so Mew goes, yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, like I said, Mew goes, I'm pretty sure encounter, yeah, goes into the hand. Let me look it up real quick. I'm pretty sure that Mew encounter goes into the hand. So let's see, Trainer's Mill, I'm just making sure that's what the Mew does. So we see Trainer's Mill, look at top cards of his deck. It doesn't look like he got anything off of that. Yeah, so it must be like Mew puts it in his hand. I'm trying to look at it right now on my phone to make sure. I don't know if you guys know that or not. But in that case, that's why Roll brought it to Shaman instead. That happened. So. Yeah, guys, like I've said multiple times, like I'm trying to fix it. Like after this game, I'll fix it for sure, guys. Like I'm 100%. So yeah, I'm gonna try for sure. So let's see. Sorry, guys, I was reading the stream. I'm not gonna pay attention to the stream right now. I'm just gonna try to focus on the game. But okay, so back to the game. Sorry. So Dan's gonna attach a DC to that front. Now Dan has a Max Elixir. He can Max Elixir the Yveltal, start Pitch Black Spear. He actually Lysander up the yeah. So actually, I missed the Lysander too. So he Lysander the Hoopa, DC, fighting for your belt, and let's see what we see at pass. There's a Reverse Valley. He's already Lysander, so he can't play his Porter card. Your Reverse Valley coming out, okay. And just to pass onto Rawl's turn. Alright, so Rawl, he has a Floatstone in his hand, looks like. If it's a Floatstone, he can Floatstone the Hoopa, retreat, sit in the Darkrai, take a knockout this turn. Like Rawl is, yeah, there's a Dark Energy coming down. He has an in, via Seeker for Lysander, bring out that Yveltal EX, and right now he's going to Pitch Black Spear, hit it for 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 130 damage. Next turn he can knock out that Yveltal EX and go down 2 prize cards, which is not good for Dan. Obviously, like 2 prize cards left is bad. 2 to 6. There's a Ninja Boy, a Dan's hand. So what he could do is maybe Ninja Boy the Yveltal out of play and let it knock out a Mew instead or something if he wants to. So let's see what does Dan decide to do here. Now, like I said, he can VS Seeker for it, Ninja Boy. So we see VS Seeker, okay. Does he grab the Ninja Boy to switch out the Yveltal EX? So I'm gonna play the Ninja Boy for the Yveltal EX, and I imagine he's gonna let this Yveltal EX get knocked out. Alright, so let's see, what does he switch out for is my question. He could set out for finally Yveltal, that gets knocked out, Mew gets knocked out, like, yeah, so he's gonna sacrifice this Pokemon, let it get knocked out, and send up another Pokemon instead, and start using Pitch Black Spear. I imagine that's what we're gonna see. Unless, okay, does he grab the Front Yveltal or not? And yeah, he's gonna grab the Front Yveltal, let that get knocked out. Raw's gonna go to 3 prize cards, and he's probably gonna throw a Mew. Alright, yeah, so that's what he's gonna do. Gonna send the Yveltal. He must already have a Dark Energy in his hand, because why else would you have Smith just set it up ASAP? So, let's see, Raw's getting ready, he's getting the damage counters out, he's getting ready to calculate it. Now Garbodor is in the field, so that Friday field does work, okay, which is amazing. I mean, it's kind of weird, like Garbodor shuts down your opponents, but also shuts down the Pitch Black Spear, or not Pitch Black Spear, the Fright Knight. So Dark Energy goes to the active, okay. So we'll see Pitch Black Spear do 80 to the active, and then 60 probably to the bench. Darkrai. I mean, Raw's just going to get a knockout this turn, so 80. Where does the 60 go? Maybe on the Shaman. No, on the Shaman for sure. can two-shot that Shaman. So on Raw's turn, going to hit a Sycamore, okay? Go ahead and discard his hand, draw 7 new cards, and let's see what does Raw find. Okay, there's a Dark Energy, he can probably bench Darkrai if he wants to. He can take a knockout this turn. There's a Max Luxor Ultra Ball, discarding 2 cards. There's a Garbodor and an Enhanced Hammer, it looks like. Yeah, I'm going to discard those 2. Probably just thin his deck out. You know, if Dan ends up down to 2, he'll be okay. Like, he'll have resources. Like, he'll draw into the cards he doesn't. Like, he'll make sure he doesn't draw to cards he doesn't want, like, by discarding, if that makes any sense. Because he discarded the Garbodor or something else, so he doesn't draw into those. Okay, so we see Max is going to look at top 6. So does he find a Dark Energy or not? And there is a Dark Energy. Okay, so he's going to Dark Energy. Probably put something. Yeah, Giratina's fine. He hasn't attached return yet, so he can attach the bench Darkrai. And he can Dark Pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 150 it looks like right now, which is great. It doesn't knock out Yveltal X next turn automatically. Yeah, Dark Energy going to Darkrai, okay. We see a Fighting Crow going to Shebe, and we'll see a knockout, okay? So knockout on that Frightened Yveltal, and Brawl will go down to 2 Riot Spark. So Dan sends the Mew, has an end. He could end it down to 1, but he cannot attack with this Mew because Mew is shut down, and he can use the attack to search for any Pokemon to put in his hand. But I mean, that's not what Dan wants to do. He probably needs to play a Sycamore here. Maybe play an end, so he's going to end, put Raw down to 2, and he's going to get 6. Now, Raw could win the game next turn. If he gets the energy and a Life Center, he could bring him in the game if Dan puts one down. Now, if Dan does not find a Pokemon, he's going to lose regardless this turn, because Raw can just, you know, Dark Pulse for knockout and be good to go. I mean, right now, like I said, he's doing 150, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? No, 160. No, 170, yeah, right? 170? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 170 damage. So we see, okay, and so 170 is what we're holding out. There's an Enhanced Hammer, there's 6 cards coming out for Dan, and does Dan find another Pokemon or not? And there is an Umbreon, okay, so you can put down Umbreon. So he has another Pokemon as well, so an Yveltal X. Now if he can hit a Dark and even Max Luxor, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's still not a knock on the Darkrai because it has a 5, give it 220 HP, which is still not enough for knockout. Oh my goodness, it is looking bad for Dan. So you see Ultra Ball discarding Umbreon and a Frightline Yveltal. Maybe trying to get an Yveltal X here, but man, Dan is in so much trouble right now. Like, he can find an Yveltal X, right? We know it's his deck. We saw Ninja Boy back in there. So he can grab that, put the Yveltal X down, and make where Raw needs a Light Shaman. But he can't use Shaman because Garbodor is out in play. Okay, alright, so I'm gonna grab the Shaman, okay. So grab the Shaman, put it in his deck, his hand, but he can't use it because of Garbodor. Like, Garbodor is shutting down Shaman, so he must already have an Yveltal in his hand, and he doesn't want to draw back to the Shaman. Maybe he doesn't want to draw to it next turn. So we see Yveltal coming down. He has a Max, so he has a Dark Energy, and outside of that, he doesn't have any more cards in his hand, so okay. So we see Max Luxor. Look at top 6. There we go. So Max Luxor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a Dark Energy, so he can't touch Dark Energy this turn, but he will not take a knockout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's only 100 damage, and it'll be up to 180, which does not knock out a Darkrai because it has that 5 free belt to give it 220. And we'll see if Dan catches this or not, and hopefully put down the Mew. If he puts down the Mew, he's going to be in trouble. So we see Shaman go down, but Garbodor is in play, so he cannot do it. Raul lets him put it back in his hand. Yeah, there we go. So Dark Energy, that guy, he's going to trade and not take a knockout this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 100 damage. 110. Still not a knockout. Yeah, 110. That's 190. And Raul will win this game this turn. Wait, what? Did I miss something? 1, 2, 3. Hold on, did I miss something, guys? Should that Eve Darkrai have been knocked out? Did I miss something? Huh. I wonder. I don't think. Okay, maybe I missed something. If y'all caught something I didn't see, I didn't think he had the knockout. Raw wouldn't have discarded that unless he knew that it was knocked out. I thought there was 80 on it, and then there was 3, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110, 120. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was a knockout. I don't know. I'll trust the player. Yeah, reverse only on the 10 more, so I'm not. I don't know. I don't know how those KO guys. Um, not sure. So we see a Dark Pulse for a ton of damage. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. Okay, yeah, 120. Yeah, there was a reverse value, but now there's a parallel city down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Huh. I don't think it's gonna matter too much though. I think Roll's gonna wrap this game up. So, guys, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But guys, after this game, I'm gonna take a second to try to fix it. I see, like, I'm gonna try to fix that this game, guys. I promise. That is a dark and a dark. That's double dark on the active. That is a double dark. So I'm not sure how exactly that was a knockout, unless I missed something. Like, I could have easily missed something. Yeah, there's a dark and a dark with the fighting for belt, and it had a reverse value out. So I'm not sure. I don't know if the Darkrai or how that was a knockout, but we'll keep going. So there's an Yveltal coming down. Okay. I think time was just called. Yeah, time was just called. Alright, well, we see Sycamore going to discard the hand, draw 70 cards. Now, Raw has a license, he just wins his turn regardless. Dan is turn 0. It's going to go 0, 1, 2, 3. And let's see what's going to happen here. Train is going to look at top cards of his deck. And Raw could take knock on next turn 20, 40, 60, 800, 120. So we see maybe Ultra Ball, okay. Unless that wasn't a fighting belt. That's the only thing I can think of, guys. Maybe it wasn't a fighting belt, but I'm pretty sure it was a fighting belt. Huh. Alright, so Trader's Mill. Okay. And let's see, does Raw have a light? If Raw has a license, just wins regardless. He has Dark Pulse with knockout. We see a DC going instead of Yveltal. Yes, if he's just going to attack with the active, he needs to retreat. Like, if he doesn't retreat, he's in trouble. Let's see what Dan does here. There's a Super Rod going to shuffle 3 combination of Pokemon energies back to his deck. So 1 Dark. Let's see. Yeah, if Dan leaves his Darkrai up and his Yveltal up, he's getting knocked down next turn. So we see Super Rod shuffling like it was like 3 Darks, I think that's what it was. Alright, Super Rod shuffled 3 Darks back in the deck. Okay. And alright, let's see, what does Dan find here? What does he do this turn? Does he retreat the Yveltal? Does he keep active? If he could retreat the Mew, let Raw take 1 prize card and then end him down to 1, which is nice. So yeah, we're gonna see you retreat into the Mew, it looks like. So yeah, it doesn't have free retreat though. You gotta discard this Dan, okay, alright. And if Raw has a Lysander, he wins his turn. So on the Raw's turn, he has a Lysander to bring up the Darkrai. There we go, Raw takes the game 2-1. And guys, I'm gonna immediately start working on this internet connection problem. So guys, give me a second, I'm gonna try to fix the interconnection problem, and we'll see on game number 2 of the Orlando Regionals. I do apologize for this, so we'll see what I can do here in a second. So there we go. Guys, so yeah, give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna try to fix this. I'll be right back with the stream, so give me just a second, guys.
Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.